Welcome to the French Drainman channel. I'm your host, Robert Sherwood. We want to talk about sump pump lines. We're going to give you guys the 101 of outdoor sump pump systems and the discharge line on how to deal with it. On the push, you want to use 1.5" on the push. Now I'm going to show you why, and I'm going to tell you why. So we have 200 feet of 1.5" on a 1/2 horsepower Zoller M98 outdoor sump pump system. When we finally get to the peak, the top of the hill, we go to our bushing that takes you from the 1.5" discharge to your 4" corrugated pipe. We're at the peak. So now on the discharge end, we're going downhill. Do not take your line to a 3" or 4" until you're going downhill. Once it becomes a gravity-powered system, you go to the bigger pipe, whether it's 3 or 4". It doesn't matter. In this case, we used our high-octane, solid, super strong, discharge pipe. Sump pump is still probably rocking 45, I'd say about 45 gallons per minute. That's pretty good on 200 feet of discharge line. Why are we still moving 45 gallons per minute? Because we only had an 1.5" discharge all the way up until the peak. Now, if we would have went to a 4" line and tried to push water uphill, you would just kill your sump pump system. If you're pushing water uphill in a 4" line, you're going to have more mass, more weight, more resistance in a bigger pipe. That's why an 1.5" discharge on an 1.5" pump, you take it all the way out to the front yard until you finally get to where you're over the peak, if you will. If you're flat, well, you're still pushing water. Keep it in an 1.5" line. If you can get it to where it's going downhill and it's gravity powered, take it to a 4" line like we did there. But this is 200 feet, and that sump pump is still moving a lot of water because it's only an 1.5" line, and we didn't try to put it in a bigger line. So that is one of the biggest things you have to be aware of. You'd kill your gallons per minute. Your pump would only be pumping out maybe 5 gallons per minute if you were doing a 3" discharge all the way, or if you went to a 4". Well, now I've seen it to where it's just like a couple of gallons per minute. So now I'm going to show you a trick. I'm going to show you how to keep your sump pump at 70 gallons per minute. So if you have a fence on a property line, what we do is we put a discharge line up on a fence. I'll keep 70 gallons per minute because now it's gravity-powered system. We're only pumping it up on the fence, and then we just have it angled out to the front yard. Obviously, that was an exaggerated demonstration that we showed you so that you understood what it is we do. And I know people say that's going to look bad on the fence, but you know what? I never, ever sacrifice performance over vanity. It's not what I do. All right, guys, until the next video.